What up, YouTube? It is your boy, All About The Sneakerz, back with another unboxing and review video for you guys. Now today, as you can tell from the thumbnail as well as the title of the video, that is correct, guys. We're unboxing the Air Max 90 Doernbecher Emerson. Guys, I'm not gonna cap, this sneaker was not on my radar at all, just sort of popped up on sneakers out the blue, as the Doernbecher collection just tends to be something that just hits us just at the spur of the moment in the midst of a whole lot of other heat. And I personally initially went after the Air Jordan 1 pair, but also went after this one as my second pick, and now I'm glad I did, because I do believe this one is now my first pick after seeing it in hand. Well, maybe not my first pick, but now my favorite, and I'm glad to have this one in the collection. But I do have a bit of a dilemma with this, as I did hit this one on Sneakerz app, but my girl also went after a pair and she hit as well. Now this one is actually the pair that she won. The pair that I won was delivered the day before I got this one, and unfortunately when I went to pick it up, it was nowhere to be found. Check back the very next day, still nowhere to be found. Check back again the following day, still nowhere to be found. So hey, I'm not happy about that one. Had a double up and now it just mysteriously came up missing. So hey, I think somebody stole my sneakers. Not excited about that at all. Did reach out to Nike, got a refund for it. Fortunately, that's not what I wanted, because hey, money comes and goes, not really worried about that, but the kicks are the prized possession. I wanted my double up. So hey man, that's just one thing that comes with the territory with this sneaker game, especially with shipping. You don't always get what you ordered, and it is unfortunate, but hey, at least I did get my money back. Can't complain too much in that aspect. But Nike, y'all got to do something about this. Shipping companies, UPS, which is where mine shipped through, do something about your employees stealing boxes, man. It is unfortunate for the customers, and it's just not good business overall. It looks terrible. All right, anyways, enough ranting there. I'm sure some of you guys have experienced the same thing, so comment below, let me know if you have, and if not, I hope you never have to go through that. It is not fun at all, but at least I do have one of my pairs here to review for you guys. All right guys, again, as you can see here, straight from Nike Sneakers, we have the carbon emission box. Already busted it open. Of course, I had to check on my sneakers and make sure they were intact in there. But for those of you who are not familiar with Doernbecher, it is a children's medical hospital, and kids that have different disorders are able to collab with Nike, pick one of their silhouettes that is available to customize, and they do their own customization on the sneaker, and it goes out to the general public. I think it's a very dope thing for the children and as well as for the sneaker community, because some of these disorders, some sneakerheads can actually relate to. Maybe there's somebody in their family or even themselves, or maybe even their kids that have some of these same disorders, and I just think it's a good thing for the sneaker community all together. Now guys, comment below, let me know if you all went after any of these Doernbecher pairs. I want to say there was at least 5 of them, and if so, let me know which pairs you got. As you guys know, I'm always in the comments responding. Now before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, or if you're not, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and share button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on future release videos. Now without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right guys, as you can see here, we do have this sort of university blue looking box, and it says freestyle on it with the Nike swoosh, very clean. We also get that same look on the top with our Doernbecher text, very nice. And on one side of the box, we have Doernbecher with our side sticker. And the side sticker reads Air Max 90 DB18 or DB18, however you want to look at it. The colorway is Valor Blue, White, Wolf Gray. This is a men's US size 10, personal size for me in Nike sneakers, and the suggested retail price on this one was $140 US. So guys, $140 for this sneaker, very affordable in my opinion, especially for how clean this sneaker is, and for it to be pretty much a SE, PE, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't state that on the box, but we know it is. But to my surprise, the Air Jordan 1 version was actually $120, even cheaper than this Air Max, and the way that that one is shaped and cut is more like an OG. So I was pretty surprised that that one was the lowest one and it was the most sought after one. But then we also have a foam posit pair, and that pair is, man, outrageous when it comes to pricing. I want to say it was about $230, which is standard for the foam posit, but hey, that's a lot for me. Wasn't going for that one. I'm cool on it. However, in terms of this one, let's see what we have under the lid. All right, guys, as you can see here, we do have a takeoff lid on this one, and we do get Emerson right there underneath the lid on a sticker. Very, very clean, as it does tell his story. Now, what I'm not happy about is how they put the sticker on here. As you can see, it is kind of bubbly, almost placed without care. I've seen some other pairs have a similar look, as if the sticker was just kind of slapped on there quickly. Didn't care about it being flat and straight, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I think they could have did a little bit better job at placing that. Now, it does have Emerson's story on here. His full name is Emerson Harrell, age 15. His diagnosis is inflammatory bowel disease. And of course, the shoe he customizes Nike Air Max 90. All of that is stated here, guys, as well as his story. Now, I'm not going to read it for the sake of time, but if you want to pause it here and read, you can, as well as you can read this area that just explains more about the Doernbecher collab. However, flipping the tissue paper up, as you can see, we get this Doernbecher Freestyle sort of tan tissue paper with that branding all over it in a pattern. And we also get a sticker on top as well. Very, very nice. And let's go ahead and get the shoe out. And there we have it, guys, the Air Max 90 Doernbecher Emerson. Very, very clean sneaker. So glad to have this one in the collection. That's my first Doernbecher ever. Now let's go ahead and do a quick 360 on the shoe. Whew, man, this sneaker is fire. Definitely my top pick now that I've seen it in hand. I think the Air Jordan pair is still very, very clean, but this one here, hey, for me, it just takes the cake. Very, very clean Air Max 90. Glad to have it. Now let's go ahead and go over it in depth here, starting with the outsole. As you can see, we do get this translucent clear outsole, sort of an iced out look, but not as blue, but still very, very nice, as we get that in the forefront of the shoe, and we get it here on the rear as well. We also do get this wolf gray here area going around our air bubble, which we do have white inside of our air bubble. Very, very nice. We also get this Baylor blue trimming going around that area as well, and that just sets it off, gives it an extra hint of blue. Very, very clean. We also get white here on our midsole, as well as we get going around the forefront of the midsole. Very nice. Just a good contrast to the upper. On up to the upper here in this area, we get some very nice nubuck. Has sort of a suede feel to it, but it is very nice and premium. Love it, love it, love it. And here we do get bear down. Now that is a registered saying for the Arizona Wildcats, which is Emerson's favorite team. So glad he threw that on there. It just makes the shoe that much more special. I'm digging it a lot. We do get more gray hit here in that rubber sort of feel or plastic feel with our Air Max branding. And if I hold it back a bit, you can see it is the same color as the wolf gray that we got here on our midsole. On up to the upper here, we do get some Baylor blue leather. So here we have nubuck, here we have leather, two different materials. Very, very nice. And the leather is actually decent and soft. Premium leather in my opinion, very clean. Here on our swoosh, as you can see, we do get some of that sort of money, sort of paisley-like look in Baylor blue on a white swoosh. That being because Emerson does want to be an entrepreneur and he's into business. So hey man, throwing money-like accents on the sneaker was his way to go. And I think it's very dope because hey, a lot of us in the sneaker game, in order to afford these kicks, you gotta have some bread. So it just signifies to me even more, I'm about my sneakers and I'm about my money. But we do get a Baylor blue eyelet here and we get white in this area. Very clean. Love that it is two different colors on each area. Here we get white going around our toe box, as well as we get here up on our ankle. Now it's hard to explain this material, guys, but it does have this sort of wash texture type of nylon feel, and it really resembles the way money feels. I'm not gonna cap. That is what I think Emerson was aiming at with this. As you can see, it is sort of wrinkly, just like money. Very, very clean. For here, we also get a little bit more of that Baylor blue leather, and we have our red sock liner, which we'll go over here shortly. But guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the lateral side of this one. Very clean. Moving along. And onto the medial side of the shoe, we get a very similar look as we got on the lateral side. Moving along. Taking a look at the shoe from the top down, here we have that Baylor blue leather here on our toe cap. We also get that nylon money textured feel here on our toe box in white. Again, that Baylor blue leather here, white flat standard laces in place. And on up to the top of the tongue, we get more of that money feel like nylon, but in Baylor blue this time. We also get a white leather patch here with an E that has the money sort of symbol on it with the two lines representing Emerson and the fact that he wants to be an entrepreneur, as well as we have our Nike swoosh underneath. And I think this is very, very dope, guys. Now, not to take away from Doernbecher nor Emerson, but if you really want to look at this sneaker in a different way, guys, that E kind of gives me the Eminem vibe on those PEs that he created. And then also the colorway in general gives me Travis Scott vibes when it comes to the Houston Oilers, which is now the Tennessee Titans. But that throwback Houston Oilers, hey man, so many different fits could go with this sneaker if you want to look at it from that aspect. Also Sacramento Kings, old school look with the colorway that matches this as well. Two of the things that I'm probably going to go for with this one in terms of matching the fit with the sneakers. Just wanted to throw that out there, guys, if you want to look at it from a different perspective of something that's more on a hype level. But again, that is not to take away from Emerson. I think he did an awesome job on this one. All right, guys, and onto the rear of the sneaker. Again, that translucent outsole, white midsole, Vela blue nubuck going up the back. And I'm calling that nubuck, guys, but I think it really is suede. It's hard to tell, but it's very nice. Then we get more of that white, as well as we get this tag here on the back. Again, with that E with the money sign and Nike swoosh underneath, just like we got on the tongue, but in an inverted look. Love this look from the rear. Pause. Moving along. All right, guys, onto the interior of the shoe as we get this super silky like sock liner in red, two-tone red at that, as we do have that sort of money paisley like look here, textured all over the shoe in a pattern. Very, very nice. We also get more of that on the back of the tongue, as well as we get tissue paper stuffed inside. And it's tough to see inside of there, but we do have the text EO on our insole with a Nike swoosh, and underneath it is almost like a barcode sort of wording or text, and it says J45.3569122.8411S. Not too sure what that means at all, guys, but I'm sure it means something. If you know, comment below. Let us all know. But I do know the EO were the only letters that Emerson could write out for quite some time, so he decided to put that one on here. Very special in my opinion. But this sneaker has a very clean interior, as we also get our size tag on the back of the tongue, but that pretty much wraps it up. Moving along. All right, guys, and last but not least, you can see we get our translucent clear outsole here with some more of that wolf gray text, or it almost looks like cement gray in my opinion, but very clean. We also get a little bit of Nike branding down there at the bottom. But guys, as you know, this one will get dirty. Make sure you have your sole protectors in place if you want to keep it clean, but this is a very nice outsole in my opinion. That pretty much wraps it up. Moving along. And once again, guys, you just saw right here on All About the Sneakers, the Air Max 90 Doernbecher Emerson. Very, very clean. Glad to have this sneaker in the collection. Now comment below, let me know what you guys think about this sneaker after seeing it here on the channel. Also, if you went after any of these pairs, comment below. Let me know which ones you went after, or if you have any other Doernbechers from the previous years, comment below, as I like to know that as well, guys. But again, if you're new to the channel, or if you're not, make sure you smash that like, subscribe, and share button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date on future release videos. Also, guys, when you get a chance, head over to IG and TikTok and follow me at All About the Sneakers, spelled exactly the way it is here on the channel with the Z on the end instead of an S. I greatly appreciate it. I'll also have that linked in the description below. But I do want to thank you guys as always for tuning in and rocking with your boy. As you know, I rock with you guys 1000%. However, that is all I have for you guys today on this episode. Until the next episode, keep keeping it all about the sneakers. Once again, it is your boy, All About the Sneakers, signing off. Until the next episode, we'll catch you guys later. Salute, I'm out.